so I'm looking at my expenses right now, and this is actually interesting. So back in October of 2022-ish, or sorry, 2023, I decided to leave the job that I had, the sales job, where the new OTE that I would have had right before I ended up leaving, an OTE, for anybody that doesn't know, is on-time earnings, was apparently 123 to 137. I believe it was like a $68,000 base with $68,000 in commission or so. I ended up leaving that. I think before I left, I had like around a base of, at least from what I was able to do with my numbers and my math, was right around 50. Well, yeah, 50 to 60,000, I believe, or so. Because I think when I started at the company, I started at like 45, and then when I got a promotion, I got up to 50, and then when I got the promotion again, I got up to 55, and then when I got the other promotion, and I guess kind of like the comp structure changed, I believe it put me at like $60,000 a year or so. I keep trying to find the exact like offer letter, but that's what I have written down here is 68.5 and then 68.5. So split those two up is where you get the 123, I believe. 68.5 times that by 2. Yeah, you get 137. 137. So I guess that was the other on-time earnings stuff. But I was just looking at the other numbers too. Is like before I left, I ended up like looking up and totaling all the account and the money that I had. And I said that I would be able to take off a year, which it's actually been, at this point in time, going on 17 months, which is crazy. But I was able to spend or use the $52,000 that I had saved up. Technically, I guess it was like 53-ish or so. But for the total months of the 16 months was $53,000, $562.72. And the money that I said that I had to my name at the time was $53,646.29. And that's basically been used up at this point in time. I have to touch other money that I didn't want to have to touch for the time being, because as I'm looking back at the new job that I have that offers me $62,000, according to ChatGPT, it's around $3,199 or $3,399 monthly after like expenses such as medical, dental, 401k, and vision, along with contributing to like an HSA as well. And my monthly average spend was $3,648. So there's gonna have to be some comp for at least the first month, but then once I get the comp, because the OTE is 105 right now, and this is annually, whereas like the other job, I don't see that. I feel I can see myself getting a promotion within like 6 to 8 months or so. At least that's my plan and my trajectory of what I'd like to have happen. I need to do that. Hold on, go back. Just $43,000, dude. That's just crazy, bro. It's just crazy to me how like the numbers are the exact thing that I had predicted, and now here we are in this place where I used up the money that I had. Now I'm going back to work, and then for me, once I do start having like tax it or getting the commission or so, then chat has me estimated a take home of around 5,000 to around 5,500 per month, at least with the 105 K commission, 105K for the OTE. But I can get promoted and have that go up even higher and also excel or exceed the commission plan, because before the commission plan that I had, I was always at 150% ish or so. I say ish or so because it was typically higher than the 105. Like if we go back and if I look at this as well too, because within my first 6 months or so, I was already at 148% of comp, 190 of comp, 180, 207, 141, and then 203. And then after the promotion, I was at 120 or 140, and then 106. I didn't do this on the last one. I don't think I have my percentages. No, I wish I would have had my percentages. My overall percentages, though, if I remember correctly, was like 104 or something like that for, I guess it was 90, 68, and then 152. So, yeah. Always over commission and comp. So I'm not too, just sell as much as I possibly can. It's kind of my plan. But I was gonna ask ChatGPT that as well too, and I probably should have done that before recording this one. But I was trying to figure out like, I wonder how long it'll take for me to rebuild up back to the 52,000. So I might do something like that and figure out those numbers, and then maybe share that with you as well too. But I just wanted to say, like, I'm just impressed with the matter of fact of being able to spend I survived on 16 months, technically 17 months, because I still didn't have an income for February. So technically 17 months. This is just crazy to me. 17 months. Oh, hold on. I might have actually missed something. Hold on. Oh yeah, that's for the year. Hold on. Okay, so technically I've spent 60 grand for 17 months. Well, 16 months at this point in time. 60 grand. I didn't even know that I had that much cash. That's crazy to me. So now I'm just curious as how long it'll take me to get that back up. But 16 months, I was able to survive off of that. To me, that's pretty impressive, dude. Some of you might be like, how did you even have $60,000 in cash saved up? And it's because I'm diligent. Like, I look at the numbers. I track everything. Like, I have other journals over there of like me reviewing my expenses, and as soon as I stopped reviewing my expenses, that's when the dollars started to kind of like just disappear. But having an actual budget and a plan, knowing where the money's going and how it's getting saved, and having different like structures to be able to have certain money be deposited into one account versus the other, into the other, really helps me be able to save up this amount of money. And like, sure, I could have used this money to be able to go out and, let's say, buy a house or something along those lines. But for me, at this time in my life, I figured I might as well take the opportunity to try and make like the YouTube videos and pursue the content and see if I could make that happen, because a lot of my belief structures had changed over in the past year plus. There's a lot of emotional instability, maybe not instability, but there's just a lot of like me understanding that certain things that I had been told had kind of became a lie, and I didn't necessarily understand how to handle my emotions per se. And I know I've probably brought that up a couple of times, but it's just interesting to see. It's just really interesting to see how I was able to make this shit work for 17 months, bro. Like, I have to touch some of my stock accounts, which was the thing that I didn't want to have to touch. But then as soon as, like, since I have the income coming in each month, so now I'll at least have the income, at least for the first month. I might have to touch something again, sadly, for part of March. But as soon as April happens, then the money's just going to be flowing in so quick and so fast. I'm pretty sure most commission sales jobs as well too, if I'm remembering correctly, they will they'll pay the commission out on the following month. So I might have to wait a month, but yeah, dude, that's impressive that I was able to survive off of that for that long. But yeah, no, the average monthly spend for at least a year was, like I said, the $3,600. So I'm gonna have to take out probably another $300 to $400-ish or so to pay the bills for March, unless I move somewhere else, and then I can bring that expense down for $300-ish or so. But with my base, that's kind of what it has me at ish or so. But as soon as the commission hits for the next month, I'll be back right on track, and I'll be able to save and put away like the $2,000 to $3,000 a month or so. And then hopefully within the 6 to 8 months, with me having the work ethic and drive that I do, I'd like to be able to have an OT of like 170 to 200 or so. At least that's the plan. Which I could have had that at the other company that I said that I was at beforehand too, but I wanted to take the time off, had the money saved up. $65K a month, 27. Interesting. So yeah, I'm excited to see where things are going to be going, dude. I really am. I still do have to send over that email to one of the other jobs that I had also accepted the offer for. It was 20 grand less than what this company was at, and that's where they said that I could be at the 100K within the 6 to 8 months mark. But I'm like, why not just already be at the 100K mark and then within the 6 to 8 months mark be closer to 200K. So that's kind of my plan with how this whole thing's going. And this software structure that I'm selling, to me, is pretty Like I've been messing around with it quite a bit, and I was talking with a guy the other night, and it's actually really intuitive and it's pretty fun and simple to use, and I can still use my coaching and like leadership and guide people to where they need to be guided to within this process. Because one of the guys that I was talking about yesterday, sales is what makes the world go around. If people don't like salespeople, it's probably something within themselves that they don't like. So yeah, just keep trying whatever it is, and something's bound to happen. Something magical will happen. Something always happens exactly when it's meant to happen. So just keep chugging along. Make sure you track your budgets, your money, your spending habits, and figure out where you're at with a lot of the things that you do, because if you know where it's getting spent where, then things will help out a lot. But I'm going to go in probably about an hour or two, maybe 2 hour and a half-ish or so, go get some dinner. Because I got a $50 gift card from this little scavenger hunt thing that I won. But I just want to run these numbers and see how long it'll possibly take me to get back to the money that I had saved up, at least with the current 105. But like I said, I plan on being even higher than that within the 6 to 8 months mark, just knowing my past experience and what I've been able to do beforehand, and then just realizing that not everybody cares about your sadness and things along those lines, but you kind of have to do the thing that the man does and just kind of stand up and take charge and do the things that you don't necessarily want to do all the time, because you got to take care of yourself and your family. It's just part of it. So we'll see where things go. I'm excited, like I said. But yeah, I'm just impressed, dude. Like, that's crazy. This is what happens when you track things. That's just crazy to me. So yeah, but I'm gonna have to touch on something or cut back a little bit on one expense for February as well too, until the commission checks start rolling in, and then we'll just start saving money again and investing in different ways and try this a little bit differently. But like I said, I'm excited to see where things go. Also, look at the storm. It's coming down. It's really coming down. Like, this storm came out of nowhere, but like, look at this. That's so cool. But yeah, gonna grab dinner right over there. So